And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Caruso in at the point guard position.
This is what makes AD so special. His ability to score on the drive, even with the contact.
Now Satoransky to the inside. Tice. And Tice throws it down.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
The three, Caldwell-Pope. That one's not going to go. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Inside. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist by Levine.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that.
Here's Drummond. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. And the Bulls making a change here. Vucevic is checked in. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. Here's Caruso. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Ricky, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
Well, James remains an absolute terror. He takes pride in evening up the score with the payback three.
Levine wide open. A shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish.
Kuzma outside. Over Tice. Kuzma can't get it to go.
He dunked for no reason.
With that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Here's Tice. Now that one is his 7th make at 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And the Lakers lead by 21.
And Caldwell-Pope can be a volume three-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown.
Down low, Williams gets to Vucevic. In the corner, it's Levine. Lets the three fly. Good on the triple.
He's so tough to cover because of his athleticism and shooting skills. What an answer from Levine.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And when Zach LaVine gets hot, he gets scorching hot. That can completely take over a game.
RGA, you know it. And last year, LaVine made 13 threes in a single game. That's one off the record set by a Splash brother himself, Klay Thompson. Now, when LaVine gets going, he can be absolutely unstoppable.
Pass to Williams. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
It's so tough to contain Davis when he's on a roll. He's got the physicality and an expansive all-around skill set.
Levine against Caldwell-Pope. He gets it in there.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Well, that's a tough shot. I mean, you have to have confidence in your abilities to even take it.
Drummond passes to Caruso. They double in with Vucevic. Takes a three. And it's Drummond missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Mike goes in, and it's sent back by Drummond.
And Drummond, a fearsome defensive presence. I mean, he can put you on your heels.
Here's Caldwell Pope. And Davis gets it to go. Davis has got 17 points here in the second half.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. And, you know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
And Levine for
Right.
three. Rebound the Lakers. Drummond's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Davis.
And he showed what it takes to be a great rebounder tonight. Fighting for position, boxing out, never getting outworked down low.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. A huge bucket there to stifle the crowd.
Yeah, very little to cheer about for them at the moment.
Arcidiacono, the pass to Young. Gasol with the steal. Here's Horton Tucker. It's tipped, but they get it back. Dudley's shot is good.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game. A sustained effort across the board.
Young drives in. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Goes up off the inbound. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Brown's got the ball. Markkanen trying to break loose. Another shot. Great D that time from Davis. And Davis with the jam.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
That's a dagger. You can tell they wanted that one. I know that's it.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And the Lakers call time here. Guys, your thoughts?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Still trying to apply the finishing touches. That's what they'll be talking about.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
Hey guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Here's Arcidiacono. Floats it up for Young. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. AD, it looked like you guys were having some fun out there. Is there a new dynamic coming up offensively?
No, we just don't care who scored the ball. You know, the ball movement was great. Everybody rebounding and talking. So when you play like that, it's fun to watch. You know, and everybody out there having fun, smiling, a lot of emotions. That's all we ask. You know, coach asked for, and we did that tonight.
Good win tonight, AD. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA. Presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.
I remember when I ain't no bird in my
Joe Louis announcing Detroit as the setting of our broadcast today. Welcome, everyone. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron Davis, the incredible forward there. Contagious Rudolph Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder, and it's Drummond in at the bottom. For the Pistons, he's out there with Josh Jackson. Then there's Jeremy Grant. Then there's Plumlee, and it's Bay in at the small forward position. Now, here's Grant. Pass to Jackson. Plumlee trying to break loose. Jackson with the basket on the assist by Grant. And the outcome tonight, Grant could come down to the big man up front.
What?
You know, versatility will be key. A front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor will likely be the victor.
We have got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Here's Jackson. Pass to Hayes. Back to Jackson. And they double up Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Grant. And James pulls it down.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he lives on it.
And finished off by LeBron.
You know, it's amazing to watch up close. LeBron, he's just a next-level athlete.
Now here's Hayes. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Dwayne Casey and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. He was focused on keeping the score close. Coach said, we know LeBron's going to get his, so we have to try to limit the production of everyone around him. That's a tall task, given Bron's elite playmaking ability. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks.
It's not just the size of AD, it's the quickness. Allows him to beat defenders in traffic or some fouls.
Los Angeles shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. The Pistons have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Hayes, the pass for Grant. Passes it to Bay. Buries the long-range jumper.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Davis against Grant. It's up a 3. Davis keeps it going, and they're 14-second shot clock. It's the three-point bomb.
The coach has to love that one. When Schroeder can hit from deep, it opens up everything else.
Hayes the pass to Bay. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Jackson misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. For 3, Caldwell Pope. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
You just love LeBron's patience. Scanning the floor, delivers the basketball on point and on time.
And for Contavious Caldwell Pope, he's best when he lets the game come to him, when he's not forcing shots, not making things tough on himself, not making tough passes. Maybe a simple
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. And out of bounds, the Pistons will take...
Why didn't you step out of bounds?
Stewart's checked in for Plumlee. Jackson comes in for Josh Jackson. And Lee subbed in for Hayes. The Lakers also making some changes. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Andre Drummond. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Outside Jackson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. No good from Lee. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Lakers. It's a 5-point game. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Detroit's lost 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And there's the foul.
It's not even a reaching.
That's his first foul. So both teams making some changes here. Stewart passes the lead. Here's Diallo. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content. It's his first trip to the line.
And you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Alex Caruso. Lakers leading by 3. Here's Horton Tucker. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. Here's Lee. It's blocked. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Matthews. .149 left in the first. Jackson hits the lead. But they recover it. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. And here's Harold. Here's Schroeder. Sinks the three-pointer. Schroeder's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Los Angeles.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
And Dennis Schroeder hits the whistle that time. That's his first foul. 1:21 left to play in the first. Lee passes to Diallo. The pass to Stewart. Over Harold.
And you know what, call it great defense or poor offense. Either way, they're limiting their scoring. Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
Pistons trail by 6. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Lee. The Lakers with the rebound.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And the shot goes down.
Rebounding often comes down to who wants it more, and Kuzma understands the value of second chance points.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pass to Boyd. Pass to Stewart. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, another nice
bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Schroeder. 6 points for him. To the paint. Horton Tucker. The pass to Harrell. Shoots the three. That one doesn't go. And so the first quarter is in the books. Lakers lead by 5. And we'll be back. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Harrell. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Matthews. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3 spot. Stewart passes to Jackson. And he carries her back. The 3-pointer offline. Los Angeles leading by 8. Harrell finds Schroeder. Back to Harrell. Passes it to Horton Tucker. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
You just can't afford to leave open shooters in this league. Everyone is practicing the 3.
Goes it down low. Started by Schroeder. To Boya. Good.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter. Take it over.
Kevin, thank you. For the Pistons, rebuild has been a dirty word. All their injuries last season, staying in the playoff picture is out of the cards.
Oh.
With their highest draft pick in a decade, Boulder City is hoping it will be back in the fast lane soon. Guys?
Building up that talent base. Thank you, David. And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Grant outside. Here's Bay. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on the silver platter, just served him up.
Bangs on the trifecta. Davis has got 7 points in the game.
And this is tough to stop if you're the defense. They have just gotten locked in from 3-point range this quarter.
And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That is his first foul of the game. Detroit making a switch. Jackson's checked in. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Here's Bay. Started by Davis. Bay gets the bucket. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. From deep, Gasol, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Strange to see Marc Gasol shoot from outside. His game break wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
Tipped away, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Lee's checked in for the Pistons. And the Lakers also making a switch. James is checked in. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. There's the pass to Jackson. The Pistons rebound. Grant gets the lead. He feeds it to Plumlee. Outside for Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Throws up again. The shot missing. Good D by Drummond. Lakers leading by 11. Launches a 3. Bay pulls it in. The Pistons have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. And it's in there. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
That one drops for him.
Love what Drummond did on that play. Kept his eyes up, and he was being unselfish.
The Pistons have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. That's to Plumlee. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Plumlee hits them both. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace. Here's Davis. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Davis has got the lead up to 11 now for the Lakers.
Good job by AD. Gets his feet set, on balance, shoulders squared, has the athletic flexibility of a smaller player.
Jackson passes to Grant. Detroit, no good that time either.
Missed opportunity, wide open for mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
The 3 from Davis. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Oh, he's heating up here now in the second quarter. Watch out.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Bay. Over LeBron. Detroit, no good that time either.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
And sweet drive there. KCP, a smooth operator with terrific straight line speed.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Drummond. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Davis. Matthews, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso. Lakers leading by 14. Here's Harrell. No good on the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Now here's Diallo. He's covered by Matthews. Passes it to Jackson. A rebound by the Lakers. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And that one drops for him. Schroeder's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And the pass to Boyan. He kicks it to Jackson. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Good on the shot. Here's Schroeder. It's good. Schroeder's got 13 points.
He has a wiry frame, but he's stronger than he looks. Schroeder, unafraid of contact, able to complete the play.
And stolen by LeBron. And the dunk by James.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Lakers ahead. They lead.
Thanks very much. Coach, it's early in the season, so what can you say about how things are going chemistry-wise so far?
I love our guys. We have a great group of young men that are competing hard, and it feels good because I know our guys are totally engaged and focused.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
different. He's a different athlete.
I'm so jealous right now because usually physical beasts such as us, we slow down, but not the king, not LeBron.
That's all for now. Stick it.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. One guy who's been getting it done is...
He has been very efficient, and it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
They've got Grant. He's out there with Josh Jackson. Then there's Plumlee and Bay in at the small forward. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Inside. And it's Plumlee that time on the assist by Hayes. Plumlee's got his second basket of the game.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Pistons trail by 21. Now here's Hayes. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Jackson with it. Picked up by Davis. Tries it from 9. And Plumlee gets to Grant. It's a very good look and converts.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Kuzma. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Steve, one thing I always think of when I watch LeBron, how much fun it must be to be a teammate of his.
You know, Kevin, I wish I could have played with a guy like LeBron James. You get so many open looks and easy finishes with him on the court. One of the easiest superstars to play with, bar none.
By himself, rips down the breakaway slam.
Shooter being disruptive on the defensive end, knocking the ball out and starting the fast break.
Pass to Plumlee. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Jackson's got 6 points.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
And the Lakers call time here. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now, as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
And Joseph drops them both. And Caruso's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Drummond uses the glass to finish the layup. Drummond's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Joseph dishes to Plumlee, and the layup is good. Plumlee's got 4 points this quarter.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only 1 miss in 5 attempts.
Here's Drummond. Offline with his 3. Pistons trail by 21. Pass to Joseph. To the middle. Here's Plumlee. And
what else for Troy, no? I was not.
Watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. And Davis puts it in.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Joseph, the pass to Bay. To shoot. Pass Passes to Hayes. Shoots it up. Kept alive. And it's sent back by Drummond.
It's amazing Drummond doesn't block more shots. He has a 9-foot standing reach.
Los Angeles leading by 19 points. And here's Davis for 3. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half. None so far in the second.
The pass to Drummond. For 3, Caldwell Pope sinks the triple. Caldwell Pope's got 10 points.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Matthews, he's checked in for the Lakers. LeBron comes in for Alex Caruso. Lee against LeBron. Now here's Diallo. Defense right on him. A shot from the low.
How? He was
Beautiful ball that
smothered.
time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Jacks up a 3. And James with the basket on the assist by Davis. He has 7.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
The Pistons have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. You know, Steve, one thing you admire about LeBron, how he shapes a possession for his team. He'll create situations where he gets a mismatch or helps his teammate find one.
You know, Kevin, LeBron will use his high screens to just kind of shuffle defenders, make them think. Once he sees an opportunity, he'll pounce all over it. You can see him do this the most at the end of close games.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Now Diallo. Pass to Stewart. He is hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. From deep, James, good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Now here's Diallo. He's covered by Matthews.
Excellent box out there, keeping himself between the man and the basket.
No one covered. Caldwell Pope's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the thirds for Los Angeles. Here's Doom Boyd, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And on the court for the Lakers to start the 4th. Davis is out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's Matthews. And it's LeBron James. And Harrell's in at the center position. Offensive rebound. Davis. Yep, that one goes in there.
When Anthony Davis is aggressive going to the offensive glass, it gives this team another dimension.
Matthews against Jackson. Shoots over Matthews. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors is Jack McEwen. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional, and really, an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft, first on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career, and that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
Fourth quarter of basketball, we're about a minute into it. Knocks it loose and stolen by Harrell. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they maintain their focus.
Marcus Gasol picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Cook, he's checked in for the Pistons. Joseph comes in for Frank Jackson. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Horton Tucker's checked in. And the rejection by Harrell. Jackson misses.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Ellington inside the three-point line. Wide open shot is on the money. The Lakers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. Detroit making a switch. Plumlee's checked in. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Joseph looking around. Rejected by Gasol.
The former Defensive Player of the Year, Gasol, showing his stuff.
And the former Utah Ute, Kyle Kuzma, can play either forward spot. Has a good playing finish, many of size and speed.
Yes, Kevin, but right now I prefer him at the 4. The reason why, he can stretch the floor, but he can tack a lot of those big forwards. And his shooting, it will be consistent as the years go on.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Detroit. Jared Dudley's checked in for the Lakers. Joseph, the pass to Grant. Lets it go from 14.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
The 3 from Dudley. Hands it from downtown. Dudley's got his first 3 points of the game.
And the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
The shot by Ellington, no good. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 13-3 run. Over in the corner, Gasol. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
The shot's good from Ellington.
One side of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
Kuzma passes to Caruso. The 3 from Dudley. They get it back.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Got a piece of it. Here's Caruso. Lays it up off the glass.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
For Detroit, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Down low, here's Plumlee, and slammed in by Plumlee.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch, looking to rack up points in chunks.
Beyond the arc, and another 3 for the Lakers.
You know, when you think of true 7-footers, Marc Gasol is one of the most consistent shooters from beyond the arc.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Hayes is checked in for Jeremy Grant. And the Lakers also making a switch. Matthews is checked in.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. You kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Anthony Davis.
Boy, such a big factor in the game tonight. His intensity on the board. Even when guys put a body on him, he somehow still beats them to the ball.
They need this. And that one is off. And the Lakers going the other way now. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Hope they get it back. And it's good off the back rim and in.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Ellington from outside. Gasol with the rebound. Here's Horton Tucker. Gasol kicks to Caruso. Takes the three. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
So it's Los Angeles win this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Anthony, an impressive win, and it seemed like a collective effort out there tonight.
Guys come in and stepped up and played tremendously. You know, so I just go out there and play with all my energy and everything I had in me and leave it out on the floor, and glad we got the win.
Hey, Anthony, thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you, man.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
Like this won't be a hype mother, man. I won't be alone, something like that. I came to your house, I was with no sailing. I ain't wanna be no other with you. From the bottom all the way back to my station. Every day, yeah, we be stepping. Chase the little one now, I be through. I'm kind of man, like it's dreaming now. Don't let me, don't like I be stunned. I miss big like my granny, we still on my cousin, but ain't searching for gold. I know I'm looking for something. I'm gonna ride that red eye. Stacking my stuff, ain't no more. We be. I always be until your face don't go. Straight from the bottom, going back on my road. Oh yeah. I paid it, got plenty money, but I had to jump up on my bag.
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Brett Beard. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Here's Curry.
Well, y'all suck.
Floats it up for Giannis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, to even the top of the square for Giannis to go get it.
Here's Curry. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Beautiful transition.
Oh, it's like open.
That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you gotta look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Oh, y'all suck.
He's got a pace for that one almost dropped. And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Oh, here's Edwards. Second chance effort. Curry on the wing. Hits it from three-point range.
Bro, pass.
Curry's
Pass,
got
pass,
8
pass.
points.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Curry.
Oh.
Now they can tack on a few more points onto this run.
Yeah, this is starting to become a big one.
Right side, Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Harden. Curry with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Harden, no good.
Yeah, slow start, but 5 straight misses to get this one going. I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
So if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, you're doing everything.
Curry, wide open. A three-pointer off the mark. They could use a
Are you
big shot
sure?
here to
You
get this
cold.
offense going.
Too many empty possessions.
Are you about to become cold?
Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends, highly effective down there with the physical play.
Here's Edwards. Misses the jumper, and they can't get anything on the break. Tatum drives in. And the dunk by Tatum.
And Tatum is clever when he's in attack mode. Great at leading defenders to the basket.
was shot by LeBron. No good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Finished off by LeBron.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Are you serious? Literally?
Hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
And they're moving it up. Curry way outside. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Back to James. Pass to Harden. Here's the three. And it's hauled in by LeBron.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Broadcasting today's action live. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hello, everyone. With Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from our Hall of Famer on the sideline, David Aldridge. Warriors with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. And last season, a tough one for Draymond. Suffered a series of injuries, and no one hates to lose more than that guy.
Yeah, and even when he did play, because his teammates were around, he was exposed to some points, and he was frustrated much of the time. But that's in the past. Who cares about that? Now, he's right back.
And with that height and incredible leaping ability, Wiggins can throw it down as easy as anyone. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Middleton. Lays it up off the glass.
Yeah, and with great positional size, Milton knows how to do damage down low.
Did he literally get in front of me?
It's stolen by Weisman. Here's Green. That one doesn't drop. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
And it's the Warriors' ball. 4-point game. Pass to Weisman. And the Warriors miss again. A drive by Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
In the long strides of Antetokounmpo, once he gets downhill, there is almost no stopping.
A shot by Curry, no good.
And the great shooters know
I can't end
they've
it.
got enough opening to go for the 3.
Go deep. OP wouldn't against the social. Part of the day in the life you won't see. Part of the day in the life you can't be here for. It's the day in the life of OGs. Dinner with won't leave. Not a word you will listen when my soul speaks. Down I go. So follow me, follow me, follow me. I said you don't follow me, nobody bother me. I'm a best honest, keep running the policies. They wanna demolish me, use me and abolish me. I don't wanna hear no apologies. Or when I get my own head, can't tell anymore. Psychotic to the wanna dig deep. I can never find nothing left. It's a mystery rage. Now I've got a rage. Can't figure out if I'm going insane. Ain't no doubt that we shut my off.
And everybody could wear, but still, when somebody sees them, they're like, oh, what's he got?
If anyone could wear this shoe and should wear this shoe on court, it'll be PJ Tucker. Love to see Luka wearing it with that Dallas Maverick colorway.
I just hope the person that does win, that they enjoy it, live in a moment.
To see something I created in it would be really, really cool.
Well, the votes are in, and it's time to announce the winners of the 2021 2K TV Shoe Creator Challenge.
4 category winners, each taking home 250,000 BC. Now remember, after the winners are announced, you will be getting to vote on which one you think should go inside the game in NBA 2K21. So pay attention.
Okay, let's go. First up is Best Throwback. Out of these 4 designs, whose updated vintage look did you like best? And the winner is the Big Apple. Congratulations.
Out of all the categories that I really wanted to win, it's definitely the throwback. When it comes to uniforms or shoes, like it just reminds me of being a kid, and it would mean a lot to have my shoe in the game.
And coming to you today from Portland, Oregon. We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but
Well, Kevin, even the
David Aldrich, thank you. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These 2 teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Drummond in at the 5. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Lillard, to the made shot from Andre Drummond, and that one drops. Lillard's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, so do the quick short dribbles and then create some space. Try to guard that.
And here's LeBron outside, sinks the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Covington. Here's McCollum. He slams that one off the back iron and down at ball.
And you give CJ that kind of shot, and he's going to knock it down. He'll exploit the defense all night long.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. Ray, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were...
Oh, that was huge!
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
And here's James outside. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot. Trailblazers have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there. James outside. Launches a three. The Lakers rebound. And that one's good by Davis.
That's a big-time battle from AD on the glass. You see the athleticism to go back up with him.
Here's McCollum. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Here's Powell in the top by Powell.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Schroeder finds James. Over Powell, and good as it just tight down through the net.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
Here's Schroeder. It's good from long range.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to get.
McCollum outside. Lillard with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, when Nurkic goes across the lane there, hard to get him out of the way, and he collects the offensive rebound.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here. Not even look now for Portland. Dennis Cantor's checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Simons in for Lillard. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Harrell, he's checked in for Andre Drummond. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. Wesley Matthews checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder. Simons surveying the D. And the pass to Cameron. Takes it to McCollum. Portland moving the ball around. In the Garner Powell with it. And they come right back with their own three-point. Powell's got 5.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitive.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Portland leading. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on.
Oh my God, what is going to be good?
And Portland making a change here. Collins is checked in. And it's McCollum at the elbow. Here's Simons. Here's Collins. Nice work on the ball. Staying off with the basket.
Collins continues to play hard and determined to get inside to make it happen.
Here's Caruso. And the three ball is good. Caruso's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Lakers.
The defense a step slow. You can see the results.
Here's McCollum. That one a turn out line to the right, but drops in for him. 6 points for him. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a three-point game, and that one's good. Caruso.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Here's Simons. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Anthony finds Collins. Here's Simons. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. So it's the Lakers now. Here's Caruso. Oh, good on the three.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Collins, good.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
They get the rebound. Harrell, that's good.
They'd love to bottle up the energy that Harrell plays for. Hustle points coming through.
Here's McCollum. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. McCollum's got 8 points.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Jim McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Portland. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball. Well, Greg, we know he's already a solid scorer, but Kyle Kuzma spoke with
The biggest area of growth would definitely be on the defensive end and my playmaking ability.
Now, having played with superstars, Kuzma is learning what it takes to win.
He's getting only so many shots per game, so I applaud him for finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you, Stan White?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
They couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, Montrezl Harrell is out there with Kyle Kuzma, then it's Matthews, and it's Caruso in at the point. Damian Lillard, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. LeBron's checked in for Wesley Matthews.
Well, that's an exclamation point right there. Lillard is a natural-born finisher.
Here's Caruso, and again it's the Lakers from deep.
Out of their last hot fakes, how about all 5 from long range?
The pass to Lillard. This one for 3. Rebound the Lakers.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. Well, you know, teams look for +6s. Players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
And here's James outside.
Chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Yep, that one goes. And the Trailblazers lead.
Stop pulling Tom. Ow!
Just killing him on the interior.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center drag in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Zach Collins. And Norman Powell subbed in for Anthony Simons. Lillard with it. He's picked up by James. Pass to Pop. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Powell's got 7. It has been nipped and tucked through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers take possession. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Olney.
Kevin, good evening. Well, last season, the Blazers were beset by injuries, and they fell short of their goals. Their star, Damian Lillard, said, "Once we're in a better position, I want people to remember how I responded when things didn't go my way. That they know my character is true." Kevin, we know that Dame grew up in Oakland, a place where overcoming adversity was ingrained. Back to you.
Thank you, D.A.
And these are great. It excites everybody on the team to see Montrezl Harrell do that kind of damage to the rim.
Passes it to Anthony. Down low to Nurkic. And the basket is good. He's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And they've repeatedly broke inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Portland shooting their first free throw of the evening. Free throw good. Nurkic. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides you.
Yeah, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys that were so Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and known him when we used to go to his high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Covington passes to Lillard. Fires, high post, and he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. Lillard's got 8 here in the quarter. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Trailing by 2. It's good from Schroeder on the assist by Caldwell Pope.
3 triples for him this quarter, 4 overall.
McCollum against LeBron. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%.
And they're not afraid to let it fly from deep. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3 ball here in the second quarter.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Offensive rebound. Nurkic takes the foul. 6 to shoot. They double hit with James. Second chance effort. They grab their own miss. And Nurkic gets it to go.
And Nurkic is so big.
Well, I'm literally taking the lead. Why do we need a timeout?
For defense on his way to the score.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Some changes here for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Matthews in for James. The Lakers have gone 8 of 13 in the second quarter, well above the 50% mark from the field. And it's Schroeder missing. Portland trailing here. Inside is Covington, and the call on the shot sends him to the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sneak it from outside.
And here's Matthews on the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Powell in the tip by Powell.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Caldwell Pope for 3. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Schroeder finds Matthews. Moves back up. Here's Drummond. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And that strength of Drummond at times can be overwhelming. Awesome at staying with the shot, even when the pressure is on.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Zach Collins comes in for Robert Covington. Adam Simon's in for Lillard. The Lakers also with the sun. James is checked in.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
No, not what they want to see in a game this close, Drake.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
It's good. Davis has got 6.
Well, everything right now in sync for AD, and I think that stands for after Duncan.
Here the 3-point three-point line. It's McCollum. So that'll be it for the first half.
I'm winning. And it reached
Lakers
halftime
lead by
already.
2.
Yeah, 56 to 54. I scored a lot of threes.
Kevin, thanks.
But I'm...
With Coach Terry Scott, Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what would you tell your
I'm
team?
not.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody. And, of course, every team is scheming ways to slow down AD. Shaq seems too versatile.
Yeah, he's dominant in all aspects of the game. Both ends of the floor. Well, he's a Hall of Famer. He's faithful. But I don't think he cares about his individual.
And that'll do it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Lakers in the lead, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half. McCollum dishes to Lillard. High arcing shot, and it's sent back by Drummond.
Not letting that one fly. Drummond using his height and wingspan to deny the shooter.
Lillard from outside. It's good again, and the next one's 7th grade shooting night so far. Lakers shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
What?
McCollum deciding where to go with it. It's Powell on the wing. And the rejection by James. And they're able to recover. 5 to shoot. Pass to Powell. Jacks up a 3. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4. Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. 90 seconds now into the second half. Lakers lead by 3. Schroeder outside. And it's off from three-point range.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum.
And so it's Drummond with it. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Davis gets it over to Schroeder. The Lakers get it back. A new 14. That one falls. Davis has got 8 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
So timeout call here, the first for Portland. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical, gets spots, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
A different look now for Portland. Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Norman Powell. The Lakers also changing it up. Marc Gasol comes in for Andre Drummond. And it's Alex Caruso in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. From deep, Gasol. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Covington's got 4 rebounds in this game. McCollum outside. Pulls from the top of the key. And he knocks down the jumper. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
Well, he knows how to get the shot off at any time on that pick and roll. Natural instincts taking over, and the experience helping McCollum as well.
Oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The bench for a chance. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead for Los Angeles. They've gone an even 50% to the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. And that one's good. Caruso.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Schroeder against Lillard. Dishes it to Kanter. He gets it in there. Kanter's got his first 2 points.
A reliable finisher who can score in a multitude of ways. Kanter is a tough cover down low.
Timeout called the Lakers.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
With regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Zach Collins checked in for Kanter. And it's Simons in for McCollum. Lillard outside. And Lillard gets double teamed. Covington with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Such a wide open look. Anthony's got time.
Melo not afraid to pull the trigger from deep that time for 3.
James against Anthony. There's the triple. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And it's Lillard missing.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
A shot by LeBron.
What?
No good.
And you punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Lakers lead by 4. Brought past the arc. Well, they recover. Here's Davis. And at last, they get one to fall. Davis has got 4 this quarter.
So consistent down there. Davis just goes about his business, punches the clock, and whether there's space or not, he can still score.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Jorkic checked in for the Trailblazers. Norman Powell comes in for Robert Covington. The Lakers also changing it up. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Davis. Montrezl Harrell comes in for LeBron. And Kyle Kuzma subbed in for Dennis Schroeder.
And so far, going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot. They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Trailblazers trail by 6. The pass to Anthony. And it's Anthony with the chance.
Melo showing that he's still got it down there, gets enough space to get up and get to the rim.
And Los Angeles guys shooting it beautifully here in the third. 56% from the field. Harrell, that's good.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And then Lillard slams it in.
Well, he can shoot the 3, so defenses have to go out and overplay him, and that's what creates lanes for him to do stuff like that.
Dudley, no luck.
That's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time he hits it.
Lakers leading by 4. Here's Caruso. Up again. It's good on the putback. Dudley's got his second basket of the game.
Great at using his body and finding his feet in positions on the boards where he can get up, get to it, get an extra possession.
Here's Lillard. Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
He could be having one of those nights where he becomes the one-man show for his ball club. You just don't need the trouble to keep scoring. He'll do it.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Contiguous Caldwell Pope is out there with Matthews. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 3. Trailblazers trail by 6. Outside Anthony. Back to Lillard. Charity's strike shot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Kuzma passes to Matthews. From downtown, buries the long-range jumper. Matthews has got the lead up to 9 now for the Lakers.
And he is not shy about pulling the trigger from downtown. Matthews has the eye and the confidence from three-point range that you just love to see.
For 3. And another 3 for the Lakers. Greg, did you know when you were playing that you'd eventually want to call games or be in the broadcast table?
Kevin, no idea. I didn't have any clue. And quite honestly, didn't really think that there was a career that one could have in terms of broadcasting. You know, the cable was just kind of coming on as I was retiring. You didn't have your own network and the things that we take for granted now. So looking back on it, no, but boy, am I glad I did.
I am glad you did too. You probably don't remember this. Doc Rivers and I were doing a game. You came over to say hi to the two of us. Went back out on the floor. That just means that he'll be great in TV. We saw it then.
He's a good mind. The man knows what he's talking about.
Here's Drummond. Misses the 3. Trailblazers trail by 10. Three-pointer Lillard. That one's no good. Takes him to 10 for 15 for the game. For 3, Caldwell Pope. 6 the triple. Caldwell Pope's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, great outside shooting. Really fueling this run.
McCollum basket pop. That ball. Oh, sweet that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists now in this one. Fires from deep. And another 3 for the Lakers.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Lillard scanning the floor. Puts it up. They get it again. Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
And Nurkic around there, big and right on top of the cylinder.
It's to Caldwell Pope. From outside the arc, buries it from three-point range. And the Lakers lead by 15.
Defense shaking their heads, no idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Lillard outside. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Lillard's got 12 points in just the second half. Kuzma finds Caldwell Pope, and the Lakers get it back.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Time call here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick. A shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
And he's made some shots here tonight, Kevin. He's been efficient from beyond, knocked down 5 triples. And when you've got a guy that steady from long range, it just puts all sorts of pressure on the defense.
These fans have been stunned by his performance. Of all the players they thought might do the most damage against him tonight, His name was not high on that list. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We've got to dial up our effort. Kevin would see if they have enough to get it done.
Whenever Schroeder sees a hole in the defense, he is ferocious in how he exploits it.
And Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit, looking to rebuild, also it says something about the center position in today's game. So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
And here's James outside. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. 1:33 left in the fourth. Davis with the double team. Jones against James. Jones the pass to Simons. To stop the run. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Lakers.
They had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for LeBron.
It felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Giant. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Simon. It's stolen by Davis. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
I love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Here's Simons. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
And here's Matthews from the arc. That shot off the mark. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, you have accomplished so much in this league. How have you sustained it for this long?
You know, it's only a select few. It's not many who make it to this point, and I would never take the game for granted. That's why I try to give everything I can till I can't give no more. And I've been around some great players, great coaches, great organizations. And for me to have this opportunity right here means a lot, and I'm very humble.
Well, we appreciate all the work you put in, man. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
It ain't no thing, Mark that chicken.